All right, hey, we've got just a couple of things we're going to test out today. And I'm going to run through we've got just a couple of things we're going to test biggest out thing today. Is I've just made some changes to campaign coding. All right, hey, we've got just a couple of things we're going to test biggest out thing today. Is I've just made some changes to campaign coding. All right, hey, we've got just a couple of things we're going to test biggest thing is I've just made some changes to campaign coding. All right, hey, we've got just a couple of things we're going to test biggest thing is I've just made some changes to campaign coding. All right, hey, we've got biggest thing. All right, hey, biggest thing. All right, hey, biggest thing. All right, hey. Right. Cool. Sorry, excuse the noise. Right. Light switches updated. Sorry, excuse the and then we will jump onto our test. Jump into here. So anyway, yeah. The biggest changes we've got going on our sheets for campaign codecs are I want to check that my folder drops are working well. I've just added that as an option. So here, NPCs dropping in, they all drop in, that's great. Then we've got our widgets, and I just want to double check that my enrich is working. So the update to widgets here, as per normal, you've got your widgets up here, but we've got our prose mirror editor, so we could go and put in we'll just put in test text, and then bottom text, and then we will grab from here these draggable ones. So we'll grab the item container, drop it in, and you'll see you've got like the little enricher link here. So it gets dropped in. You see the item container is still here, but if we click save, it no longer renders up the top, but is now within our prose mirror editor. So got some nice inline things, and then I just want to double check that when I delete it, it pops back out. Sweet, cool. I do most of my testing on like the native version 13 Mac app. And then I've got like this running on Node.js version 14, which is where I do kind of that testing. And they've got a bunch of other test kind of platforms to work on too. So that's working. The other really cool thing here is now, it's probably a bit hard to show, but when you add items, or here we go. Actually, do I have any items handy? So grab some equipment. So when you edit a widget like this now, I've changed it so it will target this widget for a refresh, and then it will also try not to render. So it's working pretty hard to not render out the sheet. So this should be like a lot snappier. Adding an item to this widget here won't force everything else to render, and it's not going to pull in any links from other items or whatever. And if stuff gets stale, you've got the little refresh button here, and it will scan everything in, make sure that you've got the proper image and the proper name. It's not doing that on every render now. So you've got the little refresh buttons that you can use. It's kind of that big one, but we'll jump back out to my Shadow of the Mountain, because my biggest one is still the light switch, which I've just got this like weird little bug. It's kind of, I think I've got it. I think it's like a weird kind of line of sight thing, and I have got a debug I can turn on, which I will do. And then let's jump on into... We'll jump on into the Underdark. This is going to be the biggest one to do. And then, as someone nicely pointed out, there is the placeables over here, which I've just totally not been using. All right, here we go. Configure. So, levels, I can get rid of this one. I don't need it. And then I can save those changes. I think the biggest thing is going to be the lights, making sure that they're on the correct levels. And I've got this hole here. I don't... Oh, that's going to be interesting, actually. Because I had this set up as a tile. What do I have in here? See, I hope Tagger updates this so I can like filter out by tags. Those are drawings, regions. So I don't have a region there. Cool, it's a drawing. Which I didn't do anything with. When you build a map a long time ago and you can't remember how it worked. Always good. Invisible walls, doors, regions, tiles. Yeah. Okay. I am going to worry about lights at the moment, and then I'm going to come back and do the rest of this later. This is really just testing out my lights. I think I set this up as teleporter. I'm going to have to investigate. But what I want to do is jump into here and jump onto my lighting layer. And I want to update my lights. So, I mean, it would be great if I could grab my tags here, but I cannot. They are set up as lights. I'm going to set this up as torch. And I'll add player to it as well. And then I'll add a light graphic. That one, pull that down. And I'm going to add temple to that as well. And then we're going to make sure that this is just on level 2. And I'll update that. So if I come in here and turn those on, much better. Then I think most of these lights as well, so you kind of got all of this light stuff here, which is like, if I'm, how do I can't even select them all. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to run through and grab these off. Just going to be the quickest way. This one is negative 100 feet. Where the hell are you? You'll be level 3. Oh yeah, you're definitely lava. You guys are all fungus. It's just fungi. And you're all on level 2. This one here, though, is not fungi. You are on... At least, like, switching things between levels is super easy. So I am very grateful that a lot of thought has been put into that. Then I've got this one here, which is level 3. I think I'm going to redo my transitions between levels on this one. But it's basically This one here is fungi. And level 2. Cool, that's that. That's everything on this level torch-wise. The hole I'll worry about later. Tiles, I will trash what I can. Now I know how to friggin' unlock these things. It's great. I can just go and select. Alright, doors can go. I'll put a double door there. What else have I got? These ones can go. Those ones, see, I've got this giant hole here I need to as well. So these ones here, I'm just going to make sure we've got on the correct. So with light switch, I think I had a strange thing on it where it was kind of, the GM was getting caught up in some kind of line of sight stuff because of levels. So I've kind of tightened that up. But I'm hoping that's it, because nothing's like error doing, you know, pushing out an error when the graphic stopped, and it's all kind of sitting on the sprite mesh. So it should be fine, you know, should, but we will see. So here I've got these ones here, and then I will change those so they're all level 3. And then there's not really any lights here, and I'm kind of tempted to get rid of my see, these have come through as drawings as well. I got quite janky with this one, so I think I'm going to get rid of some of these drawings and a bunch of these and kind of rework how they work. They're not really necessary. Kind of work around streamlining this out, and then I don't need that torch, temple player, fungi. So that's all fine. Level 1. I will make sure I lock this one off, and then are these all sitting on the right? Yeah, so these are all level 1. That's great. Is anything pulled out? These ones are not. What are you sitting at? It should be level 2. The rest of my tiles are fine. Light-wise, all of this is great. All level 1, all fungi. We'll add those tags. Don't really need anything like that. And so I've got preview override, GM bypass. That's fine. So if I drop back down, flames are still going. All right, I think I, knock on wood, I think I've nipped that one in the bud. This is fine. And then level 3, I want to make sure I got all my lava. I don't really need to take this one out, but I don't know, maybe you want to turn the lava off. But it's nice to have the option. And this one here, I can get rid of this drawing. Is it a drawing? I think it is. Yes, it is. Get rid of it. And stairs, I can get rid of. And that way, now we've got level 2, level 3. Great. Easy. Okay, so now I'm going to go grab my walls. That's fine. These guys can go. This one's pretty easy map wise. There's not a bunch of doors to worry about. But I think I can grab these two and change them to swing. So with Campaign Codex at the moment, I am looking at the exporter. I'm trying to figure out kind of what the best approach to that at the moment is. Like, I'm kind of thinking of moving it to a kind of integrated into the adventure exporter, and kind of making it so it pre-populates that for you. And I'll leave the importer intact as it is, so any kind of legacy stuff you can import. But I'm kind of thinking the exporter is kind of doing that anyway, and it feels like I'm doing a little bit of reinventing the wheel a little bit with how I am with how it works, basically. So that is kind of on my mind at the moment. The other thing I am working on Campaign Codex, so I've got the drag folder around working well, and I've got the widget move around stuff. I've got like a huge list of things I'm working through. But yeah, custom tabs are the next on the list. And so that's going to be basically how the info tab looks. You'll be able to add as many of those as you want, and they'll have widgets. So the way widgets work at the moment, you've got that like little swap button, and you can swap widgets between info and widgets. That's going to remove, and then all widgets in the off state or a non-active state are shared amongst tabs that can have a widget. So if you turn it off on the info tab, then that becomes available on any other tab, like the widget tab. So there's not going to be a swap button anymore, because I can't control how many tabs you may or may not have. And I think it's going to work quite well. I don't really see much of a way of doing it any other way, I guess. So, but yeah, you'll be able to create your own tabs, and populate them out, and they'll have a prose mirror thing, and they'll be able to have widgets, and so you'll be able to do whatever you need to do with that. Which I think it's reasonably complicated, but it should be fine. So change level, and then change level, and people can disable that if they want. So how does this change level work in this? I'm so used to active tile triggers. So change level disabled, blah, 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 blah. That is fine. Do I just need to put it on the two levels I want? And that does it. Move it like it walls. Or do I put it between? All right. So used to doing things. Oh God, this person needs dark vision. And I need to stop pressing the friggin' arrow keys. Vision. We'll just call it dark vision. Give them 60. It's fine. Update. Move player to level 2. Ah, great. Okay. So what I want to do then, I'm assuming, that is on level 2, but the bottom is, oh God, I cannot remember the heights I had put on this. The bottom of this is negative 440. Okay, I'm assuming. Or do I have to put another one for it to go up? I know. Sweet. Okay. That's fine. Level 2 Underdark. Oh, let me get rid of my little dude. What are the other holes? This one is... That one does connect, but it doesn't connect consistently to one spot. So boom, 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 region controls, and then we can do polygons, can't we? Sweet. And then let me just configure this, and then grab me old region, and then I can make this one behavior adjustment, change levels, create, and that is fine, update the region, and then the placement is level 2 and level 3, and I want the bottom to be 540. We'll update that, and then I've got one here I think I can do. I'll just chuck it in. Are they the same region? Oh, they are. Sweet. Okay. That's fine. That one goes down. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, so in that case, I really need to prototype that. Sweet. And then, right, so this one should go down. Yes, move down. Why haven't you moved down? Awesome. Is it because... okay. That's very strange. Okay, what about this one here? That one worked. Okay, so I think maybe I need to just set those up as two separate regions just to keep them differentiated, I guess. So do I need to just create a hole there, I guess? Oh no, actually. Let's go into this little placeables. Region 2. Where's region? Where's that region? That one? That. Create hole. There we go. Got rid of that. Probably the jankiest. No, see, like that is so weird. Why can't I just... Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to delete it. Sometimes it's just easier. I'm sure I will get used to the region. Like I said, you get so used to doing things a certain way with like monks, and then regions now being pretty cool. We can definitely do like a lot more things with them. So we want placement of these to be level 2 and level 3. We want the bottom to be 540, and we want, I don't know if we'll update the regions. I don't think that's going to go through. Shapes, placement, 540, level 2, level 3, behaviors, change level. No, that's fine. I need to change mini edit to do that. Right, so this time it should be fine. Move down. There we go, see? Nice. Move up. Is it just because it's like hitting a wall? I wonder. It could be. I don't think they add much, particularly being there, to be honest. So then let's grab this person, pull them over. No, let's just drag and drop. And that one should... Why don't you want to move down? I don't think there are any walls here to... Is it just a wall thing? I think it's just a wall thing. We're not allowing movement through walls, which makes sense. Tile controls, wall controls. What if I just... movement restriction, update those. Oh, no, see this one, I don't want the... I actually don't want that, do I? It's a big hole, someone's just fallen down. They don't... Yeah. Move up. Okay. So... this region here, we are going to make the bottom of it okay. That'll be fine. So if I just move, does that mean I'll move to, if I make it so it's only active here, I can move down. Sweet. There's a trick. You are stuck 100 feet down a hole with a bunch of shadow dragons out to kill you. Spoiler alert. Cool, that is that done. Got the nice little beholder encounter there. These work. Right, easy. Hole, hole, hole done. Doors are all done. Lights are all done. And there is... Let me just go light switch dot refresh graphics. Let me have a look. Refresh proxies. Yep. I just think I get a report out of this one. This is good. Status rendered, hidden false, emit slice true, path, occluded false, occlusion mode 2, path, status rendered. Yep, it is just cool. Suppressed reason. All right, cool. Anyway, amazing. That is going to be that. I'm going to jump off, tackle that. I have got some good debugging out of that. Thanks a lot.